Hey guys, it's good to be here with you again. I am so excited because I have a lot of stuff to haul for you. I have handbag, a handbag. I have clothing. I have shoes. I've just got a lot of stuff to show you in general. I've been doing a lot of shopping and I do not haul everything that I buy on my channel just because time doesn't permit. And these videos take some coordination, and I'm tired of watching this stuff lay around my office. So I wanted to get this hauled so I could put it away and I can start wearing things. I'm excited because the weather is now moving from horribly, horribly hot in Atlanta and humid to, I think it's supposed to be in the 70s next week, which still is not fall weather. But I see us headed in that direction, and that makes me very, very happy. So fall is my favorite time to shop for clothes. I've got a ton of things on my wish list, and maybe that's a great place to start. But before I start, I wanted to give a shout out. I had the most pleasant experience this week speaking at a conference. It's called the ROMBA, R-O-M-B-A conference, and it is a conference aimed at MBA students that are LGBTQ. And I spoke on making career transitions across industries because I've done that a couple of times. And I was really honored to speak. Let me just cover up actually my company name. I was excited to speak, and my company actually sponsored the event, and it was just a lovely experience. And I love meeting with ambitious young professionals who are just starting out in their career, or people making career transitions in their lives, getting their MBA to sort of pivot them in a different direction. I had the pleasure of sitting on a panel with a bunch of other people, mainly that were in the creative space. There was one person who did not start as a creative but had a pretty non-traditional career path, and it was just a wonderful conversation. So I don't know if anybody who's in Rumba watches this, but I wanted to thank you guys for letting me be a part of it. I'll insert a picture here of me speaking on a panel, and I don't think I think everybody on my panel was out as LGBTQ. So I would not be outing anybody by, putting this out. I am so excited about that conference, and I will welcome the chance to participate anytime I'm asked. So with that preamble, let's just get into the good stuff. Let's start with some things that are on my wish list, and I'm just going to pull up my wish list here. I maintain a wish list in shop style and on the Nordstrom app, and I apologize in advance. This is going to be a bit of a long video because there's a lot to go through. But the first thing that I'm going to show you, and I will insert a picture either here or there, is the Lafayette 148. It's a gilet, so they call it the, hang on, I'm waiting for my phone to, the Divya reversible vest with genuine shearling trim. And I tried this on when I was traveling for business in Chicago. I stopped in Nordstrom because that's one of my favorite Nordstroms, the one on Michigan Avenue, and I loved it. But with the price tag, I need to wait until it goes on sale, and I need another coat gilet, like I need a hole in the head. But I want it, I'm going to get it, but I need to wait until it actually goes on sale. There are a couple of tops that are on my wish list as well. One from Marc Jacobs. They're both, I don't know that I'll get both, but they're both pussy bow. I hate that word. I hate that phrase. But type tie tops. One is by Marc Jacobs, and I'll show that here, which is about half of the price of the one from Loewe, which I will show here. So one of those will be joining my collection. Again, I'm waiting for a sale, or I'm just watching things until they sell out. There are a few things from Theory that have been on my wish list. So unfortunately, Theory is cut very, very lean, and I have gained a few pounds, and so Theory and myself, we're not getting along right now. But I'm on a mission to definitely change that, and there are a few things from Theory that I really would like on my wish list. The first is, I'm going to show here, it's a off-the-shoulder cashmere sweater, and it's kind of like an olive taupey gray, but off the shoulder, ribbed. It's got super long cuffs, and I'm just really, really loving it, and can't wait to make the investment. Don't know if it'll go on sale, but I know that I think that Neiman Marcus is having one of their buy more, get more sales coming up soon where you get a gift card with purchase. And I'm trying to be smart about not paying full price for my clothes. So that is one thing from Theory. There are two more from Theory that have been on my mind. One is this camel colored blazer, and it's a structured, really well-tailored blazer, sort of a throwback to the 80s, but modernized. I've also read that this cut is cut very, very small, and I would normally wear a 12 in Theory, and I think that this runs small. I don't know if it's going to be a possibility. If I can get my hands on one, they're selling out really, really quick. And the other one is this pink velvet blazer, which is so beautiful, and it's the same situation where it's cut pretty narrow. I think the largest size that I was able to try on was a 10, and it was tight in the shoulders and arms, so I'm hoping if I get a 12 that that will work, but I'm not optimistic. I would love to try it though, and I'm not even sure if it would be left by the time I can actually get my hands on one or whatever. So anyway, those are some items that are on my wish list. Now let's start with the things that I've actually bought. So let's start with clothing. I bought a few things from Old Navy. One of the things is this top. This top is from the Olivia Palermo collection, and I am actually having a moment with fashion. I'm not like a embroidered, I feel like all this 70s stuff is really in style, and that is so not my style. I am very sleek, I'm very tailored, and I'm trying to get in on the trend in ways that make me comfortable, and this is one of those trends. So you've got the big sleeve here, which is kind of like a bell sleeve, and you've got lace, and if it's still available, I'll link it below because it was a fairly recent purchase. And then on the bottom, it's got sort of the lace detail here. So this was from Banana Republic. That day I also bought a necklace, which I will, I didn't bring that down with me. So I'll try and pop a picture in the thumbnail. And then the third thing that I bought from Banana Republic was just a basic, it's this tee that's kind of like, it's a bit of a peplum out, at the bottom. But I thought that that would be a nice little basic to pair with my leather trousers and maybe a nice fur gilet, maybe the one from Lafayette 148. I do have a full-on rabbit fur vest in black, and I've got one in sort of a gray color. So this was a nice little basic, and they were having a 40% off sale recently, which is where I snagged these things. Also, my family and I are going to take our annual trip to Lake Tahoe, so these would be wonderful things to bring to stay warm in that cool weather. So that is it from Banana Republic. Now moving on to, so Banana Republic is not, I don't think, luxury, and so I do buy a lot of things from Net-a-Porter and, a lot of luxury type clothing, but I do mix it up high and low. I think that's what keeps your wardrobe interesting. I did recently buy one thing from Lord & Taylor, which I would say is more the equivalent of a Macy's, and it is this beautiful scarf by Calvin Klein, and it is just a massive blanket scarf that could be just worn like so and just, wrapped around like this or, whatever. I'm not super good at putting on scarves on camera, but I loved these colors. I thought they were so pretty. I have a hat that's sort of this gray silver color, and I like to pin my Chanel brooch onto that hat, but I thought this would be a really nice complement to that. I also have a North Face sort of zip up vest that I use for skiing, and it is white, and it's got sort of this fur around the hood, and it's going to look so beautiful with that particular vest. So I thought that this was nice, and I think I paid around $50 for it. Until October 23rd, if you are a Lord & Taylor shopper, they are having a friends and family sale where you can get 30% off your purchase. And if you have the app Retail Me Not, just add that to your phone, search for Lord & Taylor, and they will give you the code, and you can present that at checkout. For whatever reason, she wasn't able to scan my phone, but she gave me the discount because I did have the code with me. So this is from that. I also bought a sweater from there as well, but I don't know if I want to show that because I don't think that it's readily available. I think it was on clearance. Next, moving on to some recent Nordstrom purchases for clothing. So there is a brand called Lewit. I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly, Lewit. And I bought a couple of pieces from there. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel since I've moved to Atlanta, I've been super disappointed with the Nordstrom here in Atlanta at Phipps Plaza. It's just small and dark and it doesn't have a great selection. But I went in the other day just to give it a try, and their fall stuff that was in from Nordstrom collection and this new brand that I have never, I'm sure it's not new, called Lewit, that I had not seen before, was so nice. So I bought a few pieces. I took them home. There are a couple pieces I'm going to return because they didn't quite work out, but these are the ones that are staying and adding to my collection from that particular shopping trip. So starting with this blouse, it is a polka dot, sort of full sleeved V-neck pussy bow blouse. And I'll try and link the picture on Nordstrom.com to this. This is such a nice blouse and it travels really well. That conference that I spoke at, you'll notice the picture, I'm wearing this blouse. And you can crumple it up, it doesn't wrinkle, it travels really well, it looks beautiful on all the time. And I am really, really enjoying this blouse. The next item from that line that I bought, you may have seen, depending on the order in which I do my videos, me wearing this. It is a green sort of turtleneck, and I love actually the weight of this turtleneck because it's thin, but it's not too thick, it's not too thin, and it's got weight to it. But this is just a green sort of ruffled, it's not even a turtleneck because you wouldn't fold it over because this is already made into it, but the pattern is repeated on the sleeves and it sort of just bells out, and actually the sleeves go right to almost my fingertips, which I love that look. So this is a really, really great purchase. Can be paired with jeans. I can pair it with my black leather trousers, my black leather pencil skirt. There's just a lot that can be done with this. So very excited about that purchase. And now from that same shopping haul, I mentioned Nordstrom collection had some wonderful things in their collection. And I was in the market for a black sweater dress, and that is what I got. I've not worn this yet. But this has, sort of the slight turtleneck. You can belt this, so I could wear one of my Hermes belts with it. I also just recently ordered a Ferragamo belt, which I will haul for you. But it's just a basic black dress, and it is in a beautiful weight, a similar weight as the sweater I just showed you. And let's see. I'm trying to see what the material is, but anyway, that's going to take me way too long and that's going to completely bore you. But this is a wonderful basic to have on hand and you can do a lot of things with it. I would say that it is midi length. So it is a long sweater dress, but it is just beautiful and I am just loving it. So I think that is it from when I visited Nordstrom for clothing. Now, one last thing that I picked up in Boston. I stopped in Ann Taylor and I'm not quite sure whether I am going to keep this or not, but I just love it. It's so ghetto, kind of indifferent, which you would not think of for Ann Taylor, but I like things that are a little kind of, it's interesting. My style is kind of conservative, but there's got to be sort of an element to it that makes it a little funky, if you know what I mean. But I will stop talking and just show you this coat. This is sort of a kind of a cropped, I wouldn't call it particularly cropped. I would say it hits at your high hip jacket. I love that it's tweed. I love that it's got a pattern. But the sleeves, yes, the sleeves. These are so cool. They are fur cuffs and they're also removable. So if you wanted to go a little bit more conservative, you could just wear this particular jacket. And if you were dressing it up a little bit, you could wear it with the sleeve. So if you're going on date night, I would definitely keep the sleeve on and have like just a sleek black dress. You could even do it for work. You could I don't know that you would have this on all day during the day because it's an outerwear piece, but you could have this dress on and then you could have this jacket on top, and that would look amazing, very chic, with some gold jewelry and some really great accessories. So that takes care of, I think all of those were in-store purchases where I actually visited a store. Now I'm going to show you a piece that I actually ordered online from Net-a-Porter that I'm really excited. Here she is. This again is a reveal versus an unboxing because Net-a-Porter has kind of a tight return window, and so I think it's within 30 days you have to return, and I wanted to make sure that I wanted to keep it before, and I knew I couldn't get back to it and film it within the return window. So the thing I love about Net-a-Porter, among many others, is just their packaging is so pretty, and this bow was a lot tighter when they originally tied it, but it's just such a nice presentation. I actually just placed another order with Net-a-Porter for 2 items, which I will haul for you very, very soon. But it's just such a luxury to open the box. And, you know, these boxes, you can store stuff in and just keep them. But this is a clothing item. And you guys know I am a sucker for a white blouse. That's sort of, if I was to say anything, I would say that a white blouse is definitely my signature piece. I will buy them in, you know, different styles and shapes all the time. But this is from Michael Kors, and I freaking love this. This has an embellished shoulder, and it is a pussy bow blouse, and it is just fabulous. It is silk. It is gorgeous. And I just looked last night online. It is sold out online, and I am not surprised at all why it would be sold out. So this would just be so gorgeous with really anything in my closet. It's such a nice, versatile piece, so well made, really nice quality, and absolutely 100% silk. So again, very, very, very excited about that. So now with, don't fall. Nothing like a white blouse falling on the ground. Now with that, I'm going to go into a shoe purchase. So staying in the vein of Net-a-Porter, I purchased another pair of shoes. And anybody who knows me, and especially people who know me from work, know that I am a shoe girl. This is a pair of course, Prada shoes. And again, with the cute little bow detail that Net-a-Porter adds to their packaging. This also is a reveal. So this is how your Prada shoes come. You buy them. And this is what I bought. She bought a gold pump. Funky. Love it. This is what I mean to say, you know, I could have on a conservative black outfit, but dang it, I need some like crazy shoes to go along with it. These are so gorgeous. I have been looking for a pair of gold pumps for a while. I had a pair of D'Orsay gold pumps that were kind of like mirror shiny from J. Crew that I really did not wear very often because I just felt like it was the wrong finish. They were like very mirror shiny. These are sort of a brushed finish. And they're about a 4.5-inch heel. But I've tested them out and they are very comfortable. I bought these in actually a 41.5. Usually I'm a 41 in Prada, but for whatever reason, the 41.5 was working for me. And I think they didn't have the 41 in stock, and I knew the 42 would be too big. So I'm glad that I ended up with this size because it works out perfectly. I'm really looking forward to wearing this. I could wear this also with that black sweater dress. You could wear it with anything. A metallic, in case you did not know, is a neutral. So I'm very excited about these. If you are looking for an inexpensive pair of gold pumps, I would recommend, and I actually vacillated, but once I go luxury shoe, I just can't go back. Sam Edelman has a pair of gold pumps that are lovely. They run, I think, about $120. That's full price. If you can get them on sale, even better. But I will try and link those dupes below. And if they still have these product pumps in stock on netaporter.com, I will also link that. Everything that you see that I can link will be linked in the description box. All right, so now to continue moving on to, this one is actually an unboxing. So I went to Louis Vuitton recently while I was on that same business trip in Boston. I had a couple hours to kill, and I was actually going in to purchase an anniversary gift for my husband. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm also going to show you something that I picked up for myself. So this is it's a reveal because I already gave the gift to my husband. Our anniversary was yesterday. And as you guys may or may not know, he loves the monogram Eclipse print. So he has quite a few things in that print, but he did not have the cosmetics bag. And so I decided to get him that. And this thing is beautiful. It's got, of course, the wipe clean interior. There is the label that says Louis Vuitton, Paris, made in France. And this was the only one left. I bought this in the Saks Fifth Avenue. I guess there's maybe only one downtown Boston. Was it Saks? Yes, it was Saks. But every time. Hey guys, so I went in to edit this video and I realized for some reason some of my footage disappeared. So you'll notice a different outfit, different makeup, little editorial. One of the things I recently just bought was a Laura Mercier palette, and I'm going to pop that on the screen right now. I am really loving it. The shadows are so creamy. Right now I have on sort of like a steely blue on my lid. I've got a combination of things on my face, but I really, really love this palette. It's just beautiful. So I will link that, and I'm probably showing it to you on the screen either here or here. But I wanted to make sure I got the last three things in from my haul. And I'm going to start with one thing that I actually unboxed with you, but the footage for whatever reason didn't make it. And it is this it is this Logorama scarf from Louis Vuitton. It's black and it's got silver, like really shiny silver Louis Vuitton logo on it. And the other side you could actually wear as well. It is got the reverse where it's the background is shiny and the Louis Vuitton logo is in black. So I really love this. I bought this the same day as the gift from my husband that I just showed you. And I'm looking forward to wearing this with a whole bunch of stuff, either on its own or with a bunch of coats that I have in this color palette. I'm moving a little quickly because I'm actually filming this right before work. The next thing that I actually also unboxed with you, which is a bummer you didn't get to see, is this Saint Laurent item. And this is I'll put the name of it on it. I had said the name and everything in the original video, but it is this gorgeous bag. It is a nice, beautiful fall red color. It's not your traditional, like actual classic red. It's actually a deeper sort of burnt red. And it's got this brushed silver hardware, which makes it a little bit more casual. But I'm just loving this. It has got the chain detail, and you can make one strap longer, or you can carry two at the same time on your shoulder. It's a beautiful pop of color with anything. You could wear it with jeans and a white tee. You could wear it with all black like I have on now. It is just gorgeous. On the inside is just two compartments. So it's got a front compartment, a middle zip, and a back compartment with also a zipper pocket. And when I opened that before, that's where my authenticity card was living. No feet on the bottom, and just a beautiful chevron quilted, kind of more flexible bag. I just saw Melon Melbourne do a review on the Gucci Marmont in velvet. And I would say she had noted that the Gucci Marmont in general was a little bit more kind of flexible. And I would say that this bag is very similar. So I am really loving this. I'm excited to carry this. I will also link more detail on the bag, or put a link on the bag below. I ended up buying this bag from Saks, but I also know at the time that I bought it, which was actually about a month ago, it was also available at Nordstrom. One thing about Nordstrom is they stopped participating in the Ebates program, and I do a lot of online shopping. So sometimes that's now making me not choose Nordstrom for my online ordering. I certainly go into the store in Atlanta, which is not as great as what I'm used to from a Nordstrom experience perspective, but they are making some changes. I found a really good essay. I apologize if I've said this before. Her name's Mame. She is lovely. If you go into that store, she's tuned into my style. She knows what I like. It was like instant love at first sight and chemistry with her. So I'm actually pretty optimistic about the direction that my Nordstrom is moving in. And I'm hoping they step up their game, because really right now in Atlanta, Saks and Neiman Marcus are eating their lunch. All right, the last thing that I'm going to haul for you that I bought was another clothing item from that brand that I mentioned earlier, Louis. And this is so beautiful to me. This is yes. This is a gold sort of lame pleated skirt. And you might ask yourself, well, when in the world would you ever wear this? Yes, I would wear this to work. I would tone it down. I would pair it with like a navy blazer or a black blazer and a t-shirt, maybe a, Chanel gold brooch to kind of tie everything together. Or you could wear it on the weekends with just a t-shirt and some, my Giuseppe Sonati sneakers that has gold detail on it. Or I just recently purchased a Rebecca Taylor sweater that would look gorgeous with this. It's black and it's got lace sleeves. So shockingly, because this is a neutral, and I mentioned that when I was hauling my shoes for you, it pretty much could go with anything. I could also picture this with a chambray shirt. It's so versatile. So, don't let items like this fool you. If you love them, pick them up, because there's actually quite a bit that you can do with these things. So I wanted to add those last 3 things into my haul. I know this video was a little bit long, but I appreciate you being with me. And I apologize also about the lighting. I just didn't have time to set up my ring light, because I'm literally on my way out the door. I have to leave in 3 minutes. So thank you again for tuning in. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see and hear more, please subscribe. There's lots more coming your way. I try and upload about 1 video a week. All right. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.